So I am here with Tony Dale. We're at Tony and Felicity's home in Austin, Texas. We've been having house-to-house board meeting for the last couple of days. And one of the things we've talked about is kind of the relationship between house-to-house and LK10. And I know Tony's very supportive of what we're doing, and so I just wanted to have him talk a little bit about that. So what comes to mind on that topic?
Well, a lot comes to mind because I think we're very much walking along parallel tracks. I love going to the LK10 site. I love the map. I love seeing how the dots have spread all over the world. I love the fact that when Felicity and I were in Australia, we meet a couple of people, share with them a little bit of what you guys are up to. They get involved with you.
That's right.
You know, we see awesome stories come back. I love the way the dots can multiply. I love the fact that you're equipping people, particularly across Africa. I begin to see light spreading, and because we also work with people in Africa, and it's fantastic to be able to point them to the LK10 site, because you know, folk like myself, we're not really coaches. We're initiators. We're visionaries.
You kind of open the door.
Yeah, we're often good at opening doors, but I love passing those folk on to someone else who really wants to help encourage and teach and be available to, be a sounding board, help them figure out the steps that they're going to go along. Because I know I'm going to be out to the next place.
Yeah.
And as we look at sort of house-to-house and LK10, we're doing very similar things, but I think we have basically different responsibilities. You know, up until now, people have thought of house-to-house as a shop window. You know, some of what we've been working on in these few days of our board retreat, you know, house-to-house is going to continue to look for ways to resource. And, you know, Felicity and I and others, we love, you know, writing and producing videos and stuff. We like resourcing. Yeah. But I think you guys, you don't only resource, you put the personal touch alongside that. You're alongside, you can take that and make it personal and see people grow through that. And so that's the sort of stuff I see us continuing to do together.
Yeah, amen. And there's a sort of a transition with House to House. You have been really the director, executive director, whatever, since the beginning. But there's a transition underway. Talk about that. What is that transition with Ken, and how are you feeling about that?
Okay, yeah, would love to. You're right. From the early days when Jim Mellon and Dave Underwood and Felicity and I got together, I'm the sort of guy who would take those ideas and go out and love to see something created out of nothing. And that would kind of be my gifting. But I've been very aware, not just in this, but in other things I've done, that I may be good at starting something. I'm not good at developing it, maturing it. And I love watching what's happening now because, first of all, the board, I think, has got to an increasing level of maturity. But within the board, Ken has really developed as someone who clearly has the call of God.
Ken Eastburn, yeah.
Ken Eastburn,
right,
yeah. Ken and, excuse me, Ali, many of the folk looking at this will know Ali, and with this ring. Ken has an excitement about him that I think is awesome. You know, God has grabbed him and said, what you've experienced at the well, as you've watched a church transition, as you think about the blessings that you've received, now pass it on. And I'm excited. I think he's going to pass it on way better than we can.
Yeah.